Shalom, Israel. It's Brother Kazak coming at y'all once again with another quick breakdown. And this is gonna be part two of Revelation, the 12th chapter breakdown. And I first and foremost want to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach, Amalek Yahushai. That's Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God. In the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right. So I believe I left off at verse 12. I believe. Right. Salaki, I believe I left off at verse 11. Right, it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Right, so it says they loved not their lives unto the death, man. This is talking about, those of us, because when you come into this truth, you got to place your body as a living sacrifice, right? So I'm going to go to the book of Romans. The book of Romans, chapter 12, from the top, right? Because you can't love your life, So like, let me go to this. This is Romans 12 from the top. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So you present your body as a living sacrifice. And you know what comes with this truth, man. You know there's persecution coming. You know that it may end in death. You may lose your family. You may lose your friends, you may lose your wife and all that. You lose your job, your car, all these things, man. Persecution, being hated, being put being put away from your family, being that so-called black sheep. All that comes with serving the Lord, man. Because like he said, see, like, yeah, let me go to the book of John. And I believe I want chapter 15. The book of John, chapter 15. And verse 18. This is John 15:18. It says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Hey, so we gonna be hated of this world. If you're doing the work of the Lord, hey, they gonna try to say you in the cult. They gonna try to say that that you following, you being a follower of some man or something like that, because you doing things that's out of the ordinary, so they gonna try to, your family, your friends, and all those people that you used to hang with, they gonna try to get down on you. So like, yeah, let me go to this, because Peter wrote about that. This is the book of First Peter. This is the book of First Peter, chapter 4, and verse 3. I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, getting drunk all the time. It says revelings, partying, banquetings, which is partying, going to a club and all that, man, kicking it all the time. And it says an abominable idolatries, man, being in Christianity, being Muslim, being Hindu, and all that stuff, witchcraft, all these things is abominable idolatries, right? It says, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. Hey, so those people that used to do all those things with back in the world before you came and started serving Yahweh Shai and the Most High, man, they start speaking evil of you now. They start saying, all he want to do is be in the Bible all the time. Hey, that's all he want to do now. Hey, he a lame now. He don't do nothing no more. He don't even want to roll up. He don't want to get high, nothing like that, man. Hey, he don't even want to go hunt the females with us, man. Go to the mall and get on all the girls with us. He don't even want to do that no more. All he want to do is be in the Bible all day. Hey, they start speaking evil of you, saying these things, man. And you got to prepare yourself for that. That's why it says in the book of Revelation, man, they love not their lives unto the death, man. Because they forsook all of that, man. They ain't care about none of that. It says, it's like it, and by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto the death. Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 26. Hey, you gotta love not your life unto the death, man. You gotta be in this thing to the death. You gotta put all that. You gotta put the Lord over all those things that will usually come first. You gotta put those things on the back burner for the Lord. This is the book of Luke, chapter 14, and verse 26. It says, if any man come If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Hey, doesn't it say, whosoever shall seek his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall forsake his life, they shall gain it, man. That's what the Lord is talking about right now. You gotta be willing to give up all of those things. Give up your family, give up all the riches of this world and all that, all the wisdom of this world and things that come with it. And you gotta be willing to serve Him. Let's get an example of that. This is the book of Acts. So like, yeah, this is the book of Acts. I believe I'm on chapter 21. So like, yeah, I think it's chapter 20. You gotta be willing to forsake all these things, just to serve the Lord. This is the book of Acts chapter 20, and I'm gonna start at 22. It says, and now behold, I go bound in the spirit unto Jerusalem, not knowing the things that shall befall me there. Because Paul knew that they was at his head if he would have returned to Jerusalem. That they was gonna be on his head, man. They was trying to kill Paul, man. For all the work that he was doing, putting in for the Lord. Just like they was trying to slay Yahushai, for all the work that he was doing. It says, not knowing the things that shall befall me there, save that the Holy Spirit witnesseth in every city, saying that bonds and affliction abide me. But none of these things move me. He said he ain't worried about none of that, man. He ain't worried about that. It come with the lifestyle. How Jake, he get to selling drugs and all that, and then he get popped off and go to jail and all that, man. He can't get mad because it come with the lifestyle. Getting backdoored by your homie, getting robbed, all that, it comes with the lifestyle, man. So getting persecuted for this truth, it comes with the lifestyle. You can't let those things move you. It says, but none of these things move me, neither count I my life dear unto myself, so that I might finish my course with joy and the ministry which I have received of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai to testify the gospel of the grace of God. So he wasn't letting that deter him off of his square, man. His mission was to preach the gospel. He said that's what he go do. He ain't let none of those things move him up from off his path, man. Again, another precept. I'm gonna turn the page. That's Acts 21 and 13. It's like, I'm gonna start at verse 12. It says, and when he heard these things, both we and they of that place besought him not to go up to Jerusalem. Then Paul answered, what mean ye to weep and to break my heart? For I am ready not to be bound only, but also to die at Jerusalem for the name of the Lord Yahushai. So Paul was ready to die for this truth, man. You got to be in that same mind, man. That's what it means in Revelation 12 and verse 11, that they love not their lives unto the death. Because, it comes with the lifestyle. Let's go back to Revelation. So, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. So, like it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. So like it. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. It says the devil has come down upon us having great wrath because he knew that he got but a short time. Satan's time is limited, man. Let's go to the book of Job. White man, their time is limited for the rulership that the Lord gave them upon this earth, man. We spoke about it yesterday. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he was only set to rule for a certain amount of time. Let me go to that. This is the book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 5. This is Job 14 and 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So the so-called white man, he can't get no extra minute in his so-called kingdom. He can't get no extra time of rulership, no extra 3 months. None of that, man. The Lord said, this is your deadline. And Once the deadline is up, hey, it's the Israelites' turn to reign, man. It's their turn, man. Let's go to the book of Second Esdras. Because after they're done, after their kingdom is when our kingdom begins, and we never coming out of power. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, then, so like I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall it be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So that's basically telling you, plain as day, that when the Israelites come into power, Esau is going to be the ruler of the world. And right now Esau is the ruler of the world, man. His dwelling is the fatness of the earth. Like it says in the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 39 on down. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we coming into power next, man. That's why you see a lot of elders, you see a lot of other people, and it's truth, man. They wear shirts that say we got next. Meaning like, you say you got next when you finna step on the basketball court. It's your team. It's your team to run the court next. Hey, we got next. It's our team to run the world next, man. The so-called descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, man. We got next, man. So Satan knows that he got these bounds that he can't pass, and he running out of time, man. So he gonna start coming down upon us. So like it. So like it. Bear with me. Trying to find this precept. So like it. Never mind. I just dropped that. But let's keep going. Let's go back to Revelation chapter 12. Right? It says, and when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, in her place where she is nourished for a time, and times and half a time, from the face of the serpent. So that's that time and half a times. At 1,203 score days, that 40 and 2 months, as we see again. And this is talking about us being brought into America. This is this wilderness, because America is a wilderness, man. Let's get that. It's no real spiritual nourishment in this place. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 63, verse 1. Salakia. This is Psalms, chapter 63, verse 1. It says, O God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsteth for thee. My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land where no water is. Hey, this is a dry and thirsty land, man. Hey, it's not no real nourishment that we giving here. It says, so like in verse 14, back in Revelation 12, it says, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. So our only real nourishment is coming from the face of the serpent. And what did they give us? They gave us Caesar Borgia. They gave us Christianity, Islam, all of these things. We getting fed by the face of the serpent. It's some type of nourishment, it's some type of spirituality, but it's not the truth, man. It's not the truth. We're not getting that true nourishment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai until the Lord started putting his spirit upon the earth, man. Let me get a precept on us being born on eagle's wings. Let's go to the book of Exodus. I believe it's chapter 19. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 4. It says, ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bear you on eagle's wings and brought you unto myself. Hey, let's talk about us fleeing out of a country, man. So we fleed out of there, and the Lord brought us unto himself. We fleed out of Egypt, but this is talk about us, being brought into America. It says, I'm gonna keep going on that. So like it says, and the serpent cast out, this Revelation 12 and 15, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And that flood is like false propaganda. That flood is persecution and all of that, man. Like how you see like how you saw last year, or was it 2 years ago? When the so-called white man had those people, you know, those people shot up that Jewish kosher store or whatever, and they tried to blame it on the so-called black Hebrew Israelites and all that, man. And then next thing you know, another stabbing happens. They blame that on the black Hebrew Israelites and all this. So it's like it's different things. They try to cast us out like a flood. So it says, this verse 15. It says, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth, right? Right, so let's get a precept on that. How you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I'm alright. So let's get a precept on that. We're going to go to the book of Isaiah. I believe I'm on chapter 59. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, right? And verse 19. There's Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Hey, and the Spirit of the Lord is lifting up that standard, man. We got the true understanding. We got the scriptures to lean upon. We got all of these. We got all of this history, archaeology, and we got the word of prophecy backing us up, man. So that's how the earth helps the woman. I'm gonna read that again. It's Revelation 12 and 16. It says, and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. Hey, the earth is helping us right now, man. Hey, they try to all day they try to disprove how we the Israelites. But you got all these ancient artifacts showing up. You got the Mayan slave ship that was found down there over by Panama. You got the Los Lunas stones. All that proves who the Northern Kingdom is. You got us going into slavery on ships. That proves Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Us going into slavery on ships, being sold to our enemies and all that. And you got all these other things, all these other artifacts that's coming out, man. You got the Taino hieroglyphs and all that over there in the caves in Puerto Rico and all of that, man. And you got all of these different artifacts, man. The earth is helping us right now. The earth is proving who the true Israelites are, man. Thanks to that history and archaeology, man. That's all the Spirit of the Lord revealing these things. It says, so like in verse 17, it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of her Mashiach Yahushai. And so, the dragon is mad right now, man. The so-called white man, hey, he livid, man. He's getting mad every time another breakdown hits YouTube. Every time another Israelite wakes up, hey, he's getting mad, man. Because he wants to keep us down. Because the longer they keep us down, the longer they can stay into power. But still, the Most High has that bound that they cannot pass. So everything is according to the Most High's time, anyways. So I'm gonna go to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, and verse 68. Right? It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Right? Hey, so they gonna be trying to put us in. They gonna evoke martial law. Put us in FEMA camps. All of these things. They gonna be running in people's houses, snatching them out, shooting them, killing them in the street, piling dead bodies in the street, burning them, and all that. It's gonna be persecution time, man. The time of Jacob's trouble is gonna come to pass, man. And the Lord told us about these things. Yesterday we read in Daniel 12 and 1. Now we gonna get it in Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30. Because when the dragon, when he's wroth, when he gets enraged and all that, man, when this time comes to pass, hey, that's the time of Jacob trouble kicking off, man. When they start killing the prophets, all the brothers that's out there on the highways and byways, proclaiming the will of the Lord, bringing out the prophecies, breaking it down, proclaiming who the devil upon the earth is, man, who is the son of perdition, and all these things, man, who the true righteous Israelites are, man. Hey, Jacob's trouble is gonna come after that. Just like it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." The time of Jacob's trouble is coming about, man. And that's what we're reading about in the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. This is back to 2nd Esdras. It says verse 70. It says, For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." What is that insurrection, man? That martial law. Those FEMA camps, man. Us being cast into prison. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse 10. I believe that's what I want. It might be 2 and 10. Salakia. Salakia, 2 and 10. Right? It says, this is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Hey, who is the devil, man? Can the physical, spiritual demon Satan come and put damn handcuffs on your hand and say, "I'm taking you downtown"? No, he's not finna do that. This devil is talking about the so-called white man, man. It says, "Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried 10 days. So like it, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days, which is just completion." Let's get a precept on that. That 10 days is just completion. It could be actual 10 days, or it could be 10 months. It could be it could be 100 days. Either or, man. This is just showing completion. Let's go to the book of Genesis. I believe I'm on might be chapter 30. Salakia. It's either 30 or 28. This is Genesis chapter 30 and verse. It's like you're trying to find this precept. So like it, bear with me. This is the book of Genesis chapter 31. So like I was a chapter off. This is Genesis chapter 31 and verse 6. It says, "And ye know that with all my power I have served your father, and your father have deceived me, and changed my wages 10 times. But God suffered him not to hurt me." LeBron, he was dealing real bogus with Jacob, man. Jacob was like, "Hey, your daddy didn't change my wages 10 times, man. He steady playing me. He steady changing up the deal after the deal is supposed to be rectified. He's switching it up, man. Change my wages 10 times, And the Bible speaks in hip talk. That's the same way we speak now, we were speaking like that back then, man. So that's just a number of completion. It says, Revelation 2 and 10, it says, "Fear none of the things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." So you got to be faithful unto death, like we were just going into in Revelation 12 and 11, and all the precepts that we brought out with it, man. You got to be faithful unto death with these things. Let me go to let me get a quick precept real quick. Let's go back to the book of Acts, right? Let's go to the book of Acts. I believe I'm on chapter that 12. Kind of the book of Acts chapter 12 and verse, I'm going to start at 1. It says, now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church. So, hey, they're going to be doing the same thing, man. You know, they're going to be trying to stretch forth their hands. They're going to be trying to vex the church, man. And who is the church? We are the church, man. You know, like it says in the book of Acts chapter 7, and I believe verse 38 on down, man. We are the church. You know, it says, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword, and because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. You know, but hey, he say, hey, it's gonna please all the other people for us to get put to death, man. You know, they gonna be thinking that they doing the most high service. Let's see if I can find that real quick through the Spirit. I believe that's in the book of John. It might be 13. Salakia. I don't think it's 13. Salakia. It might be 14. Salakia, you're trying to find this precept. Might just have to drop it. Can't really find it right now. Bear with me. Oh, I found it. This is the book of John, chapter 16, verse 1. It says, these things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he do of God's service. Hey, so you know, they're gonna be starting to put the prophets to death, man. Putting all the brothers that's hitting the highways and byways, they're gonna be trying to put those brothers to death, man. You know, and the all the people that's persecuting us now, that say we false prophets, that say we blaspheme the Lord, you know, because of the way we bring the Bible out, you know, what we believe in and all these things, man. Hey, they gonna be thinking, you know, they gonna be thinking that's a good thing that they putting us to death, man. You know, cause in their eyes, we speaking blasphemies. The whole time we speaking the true word of the Lord, man. Remember, it says the world is gonna hate us, man. You know, just like the world hated Yahweh Shai. You know. Let me get another precept on that. You know, because they're going to be killing the saints, man. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse 9. It says, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God. Hey, so we going to be getting killed for this truth, man. You know, you never know if that's part of your lot. Hey, you just gotta accept it, man. You know, accept it with gladness and have faith that the Lord raise you back up. You know. And it says, and for the testimony which they held, and they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? You know, hey, so they're gonna be slaying the prophets, man, slaying all those that have fear in the Lord, like we read in the book of 2nd Esdras, right? Let's get another precept on that. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and verse 4. It says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai. So you're gonna be getting beheaded, man. You know, you look up these videos about the FEMA camps and all that, they bringing in all these guillotines, a mass amount of guillotines, man. You know, they got these FEMA coffins. Hey, they prepared for what they finna do, man. They prepared for what they finna do, man. Look up the Georgia Guidestones. They want to reduce the population to under 500,000, man. You know? It says, I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jehoshai, and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. Hey, so those people that's willing to die for the word of the Lord, man, and not forsake and not forsake the Lord, and go back on their word, hey, that's ready to do this thing to the death, man. Hey, you gonna live and reign with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years, and that's completion. So with that, I want to be Israel, a hearty shalom. All honor and glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Shalom.